kindly been sent this microwave by AO.com to review. Again, as with AO, anytime you order, delivery service is second to none. Any large appliance tends to come, from my experience, with kind of the AO delivery service. This particular microwave came by DPD, but again, DPD is probably my preferred choice of delivery company. You get like an instant update in the morning of your hour time slot, which is perfect considering you can then plan your day around that. You haven't got to wait in all day for a delivery. Gives you the name of the driver, even a photo of the driver, lets you know where he is. You can track him in real time. So even if he was still out, you can kind of track him and make sure where he is at that point. Yeah, so I've been kindly sent this microwave, which is the Beko MOF20110X. What I'm going to do, I'm going to change the camera in a minute and sort of focus in on the microwave, run through a couple of the features that I think are great about it, show a little bit of cooking in process because it's got some automatic settings just to see how well that works. So first and foremost, what I do love about the microwave itself, it's very sleek and stylish. It's very shiny. When the microwave's not actually in use, it's almost like a mirrored front to it. There's no actual recesses at all. A lot of microwaves I've had in the past kind of got those kind of dials where you push your finger into and then turn. It's very kind of sleek. There's just sort of buttons. There is the dial here. Very sensitive, very easy to use. But obviously there's nowhere that sort of dirt and grime is going to get stuck and that, which makes it quite clean and nice. Another feature that I think is a fantastic feature as a parent is the child lock. And that, if you just hold the stop and clear button down for about 20 seconds, that's now in child lock mode. So until it's taken off, nothing else can be affected, and you can't actually open the door, which is a fantastic feature. Can't say I've ever had the issue of my children putting anything in the microwave, but I think that's a bonus that now it's locked. Obviously in this state it doesn't display the time. I think that's would have been a plus point. Why can't you have the child lock and the clock displayed at the same time? Obviously it has to tell you that the child lock is on, but I don't see why you can't have both. But that's a minor niggle. The fact that it's got a child lock in the first place is fantastic. I don't think any of my previous microwaves I've ever had has had that feature. So if we just hold it again, that will take that off. Inside, it's pretty standard as you'd expect. There is this kind of scale here which is in the manual book, and it tells you how to kind of cook food on different levels. So in the manual book, I'll show you briefly, I won't go on it too much, but there is kind of a whole schedule there. And what I thought I'd do is we'd get something that's, so in here for instance it has potato, which is A6, so we're going to go to A6 in a second. Then you set your weight, and then it will give you a display, and it will supposedly cook to the optimum level. So we've got a potato here that I thought we'd do a little test on. I've got it to nearest to 200 grams that I could, because that's the first setting on potato on here. It's 200, 400 and 600. So it's already been stabbed ready, so I'm going to put it in. Shut the door. So for potato we've got A6, so just using the dial we'll go around to A6. Confirm that. Then we set our weight. So we've got 200 gram potato. Start, and that tells us it's going to take 5 minutes to cook that potato. Obviously I'm not going to let it run for the whole 5 minutes, but the video would be quite long. Once it's done we'll come back and then we'll see how well it's done on the settings that it's given us. Okay, so we're less than 20 seconds to go for our 200 gram potato, and I thought I'd let the timer run down just so you can hear the audible tone that you get when anything you're cooking has finished. So you get 5 beeps there to let you know that your food's done. So we're going to see now if the weight thing was correct. I'd say it's pretty good actually. So that was based on this little book. You get the kind of the scale at the top. A1 is for reheating. You've got vegetables, fish, white meat, pasta, potato, pizza and soup. And then obviously there's a scale in your manual, and then you just go select down depending on weight of the actual product, and then that sets the time automatically for what you need to cook it for. And that I would say is a pretty good, if that was a jacket potato you was having, it's soft all the way through, that's pretty good. So back to the microwave. Obviously it's got a clock, which I've covered considering that you don't get that when you've got the child lock feature in. There's also a timer feature on there you can set, so you can do a countdown. Even if you're not cooking, you could use the timer on your microwave to time a boiled egg or something like that. You know, another added feature. It does seem to pick up fingerprints quite a bit on there, but they do kind of, you know, wipe off quite easy compared to kind of, you know, like I said before, there's nowhere to really kind of capture dirt. It's very clean facing. It seems to be pretty efficient. I've got to admit, over my, you know, I've been using it for the last few days to cook several things. It's clear that it's very efficient. It does its job. It does it well. And the scale thing's quite a good feature. I'm not sure how often I'd be referring to the book to kind of, you know, use the weighted things to cook stuff. Most people just tend to kind of follow packet guidelines or do 5 minutes and open it and shut it and whatnot and see if the food's done. But, you know, in terms of what it does, it seems to do it well. It's nice having a clock on there. I think most things have got a clock now, but it's another nice little feature. But for me, the child lock is probably its key point. It's a fantastic feature. So once again, we'll just do I think it's on the stop clear. And we're in child lock mode, which is, you know, perfect. So that's been the Beko MOF20110X. I can't fault it. It's pretty good. There's, you know, other than it possibly, you know, a bit of a fingerprint magnet, there's not really much to fault it on, really. I would say the dial is quite sensitive. It can tend to overshoot a little bit, but that's, you know, that's minor niggle really. Other than that, a fantastic piece of equipment.